talk you out of it. Right, Krista? So,
Yeah.
you want to be in charge of your logic. So, even though some of the things that may not make sense when you're getting these nudges, because logically it's going to tell you, no, that cannot happen because blah blah blah, with all the logical facts intact, right? So then obviously you can easily be able, the logic can help you easily dismiss that. But if you go past that logic and just follow it and see what it does, okay, then you'll be very surprised what a beautiful outcome you get, right? So I have a client that asked me, what is that like to feel that intuition? What is that like to get this nudge you're talking about? I said, in order to do that, you have to really pay attention, because you get so busy with life that you don't pay attention to the little thing your body does, because your body is your actual thermometer for intuition, okay? And if you start the day where you have not gone anywhere else, you don't have anybody's energy. You're just on your own, and you need to really pay attention how you're feeling at that moment.
And what's that 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning?
That's called the witching hour.
Yeah.
That's the time when
Where everything just falls into place. And you go, okay, I gotta do this, and then
between 3 and 5 is the
Yeah.
witching hour.
yeah, it's crazy.
And that's the time when you get the most.
Like in the morning or after?
In the morning.
This is usually when I'm up.
Yeah.
Usually when you have your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
So, in my case, I guess I've been following it so naturally that I don't even think anymore. I just do. I mean, mind you, I was a very logical person, to the point where my friends used to tease me, must you analyze everything to death, right? Even to the minute atom or whatever, right? I said, but that's because I need to understand. But alongside with that, I still followed my intuition, and I seen beautiful results. And my other friend who's gifted like me says, Jacinta, how much proof do you need? Why do you need to question it? I said, that's my nature. I have to question everything, right? He said, it's time you stop. And actually, I did listen. Sometimes I do listen to it, And then when I actually decided not to really overanalyze everything, actually things start to really get better for yourself, because you're doing the things for yourself that is meant for you, for your your own good, right? Only you know, your guides know what's good for you, and your guide will never steer you wrong, okay? If you get a nudge that you feel uncomfortable, those are the ones you don't want to listen to, okay? Because there are also the other type of spirits that are naughty, and they might try to do that, but then you will feel it, because your body is the one that's going to tell you everything. Your body is going to feel the comfort, your body is going to feel the discomfort. And sometimes when you ask yourself, when you're making a decision, right, and you want to ask your guide, is this the right decision I'm making? you want to really now pay attention to your body sensation, your whole body, what it's feeling, what it's telling you. Okay? You have to make your body your best friend. Okay? Listen to your best friend.
It never lies to me.
So when let's say you have a decision to make, for instance, somebody offered you a job and you say, oh, this is so great, I want it. But don't just jump at it. Go in. Ask yourself, is this the right one? It sounds too good to be true. Sometimes it could be too good to be true. But sometimes it could be just as good as it sounds. Okay? So when you ask your inner voice, your guidance, and your body will feel that really nice sensation. For me, you know what happens? A smile automatically forms in my face. Okay? When somebody says, Jacinta, could you do a reading for me, blah, 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 right? But I don't like to give anybody false hope. I don't want to say anything for them to just, take it like carved in stone, right? So I won't. But if somebody's going through something and they don't know, they want an answer, or they want a certain answer, but they're not getting the answer they want, they come to me. I won't say what's going to happen because I can't really say what's going to happen because that's not how it feels. But out of the blue, I guess my guide will just direct. I will have this feeling of joy and my face just start to smile and like glow, and that feeling I get is so wonderful that I want to hang on to that happy feeling. Okay? So an example, a client was trying to apply for a permanent residency in Canada. And for 10 years she's been trying, and she was at a point where she was really disheartened because she's not getting an answer. She said, Jessica, please can you do what you've done? Can I get the PR? And this is very sensitive because to say no is going to hurt. And you just, what if you're wrong? And they said, but you said I was going to get it. I don't say anything. When I feel that happy feeling, I'll just say, I don't know what to tell you, but I'll tell you what I feel. And you figure out the answer from that, right? So I still remember to this day that moment of feeling just pure joy. I really didn't want to let it go, okay? So I said, this is what I feel. 2 weeks later, while I was in California, she messaged me. She said she got it. She got it. She waited 10 years and she got it, right? Now they are like talking about the logic that will question it to drive your nudges away, right? Another example is my Krista. Your Jen's Krista. Because there's two Kristas, right? Okay. So Jen said, no, this is my Krista. She was the one asking me, what is that? What does that feel like? I said, okay, then from now on you start paying attention to that little, it's very subtle. If you pay attention enough, then you will be able to catch that subtle message that you're getting. If you don't pay attention, of course, it's so subtle that just, life's busy, chaotic thing happen and it's gone. So she actually, with my computer skill being so very minimal, when I wrote my first book, I didn't even know how to use Word, and but I did it, and I used Google Doc, and I sent it to the publisher, and they said we need a Word document. I said, why? I already put it. This is a Google Docs. It's Word, right? I said, we need it in Word. What do I do? Call my son. My son said, do this, do that, and nothing happening. I happened to give session to Krista, and then I said, I need some help. I have this problem. So she said, okay, send it to me. I will convert it, and I send it back. At the publisher, and then they talking to me about this whole thing. I looked at them. I don't know what you're talking. So anyway, so she became my assistant in understanding the terms to get my first book published. And so there were some things that needed for the book cover that I needed her help with to put it in whatever this questionnaire there was, right? So she said, don't worry, I'll help you with it. And so she's thinking, she looked at that and she said, oh, it's going to take at least 3 hours to do. And she didn't find that 3 hours, right? One day, 5:45, she leave work at 6, 5:45, she started to pack up. She got the nudge, finish that thing for Jacinta, right? And she said, she was wondering, is this the nudge? And she's saying, 3 hours, I have only 15 minutes. Because logic was getting in the way, but she remembered what I said to her. Doesn't matter about the logic. Even if it makes sense, doesn't make sense, just listen and see what happens. What have you to lose, right? So she did, and she unpacked her laptop again. She got it done in 15 minutes, and she was able to get home in time to leave at 6. So that was the start of her journey of listening to your intuition, right? So you're getting there, so I'm going to stress it to you. Just listen, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what logic tells you what not to do, okay? Just try it. And if you listen enough, it become a part of you. It become a part of you. You don't even need to think, you don't need to argue. Your job, they won't bother you anymore to say, because she doesn't listen to me.
Yeah.
Right?
No sense knocking on her door.
Yeah. So if you don't let logic in, eventually logic is going to get tired to try to talk you out of it. So I'm going to go around. I'd like you to share a little bit more of your experiences, how you sense, how you feel